Hello again, ladies. This is Ebony. Auntie Ebony is back, Ebony Phoenix, with a new podcast. And the title of this one, as you can see, is How is Your Slave Training Going? Inquiring minds would like to know. Let's get into this. I'll tell you what I'm talking about. There's been a bunch of brouhaha about what divestment is and is not. It's about making your well-being a life priority. No bailing folks out of jail, no giving Ray some money, none of that. No more bailing your parents out, none of that right now. It's about your well-being and basically not taking care of pretty dysfunctional people in your family simply because you're the only functional one, okay? Divest from that. No more marching for those who put you in the line of fire. I don't care if the bullets are real or rubber bullets. I don't care if it's tear gas. I don't care if it's fire hoses or dogs. They should not put you in the front. Okay? So stop marching. Another thing, no tolerating the Blackistani misogyny. That's some bull. And no more subsequent baby mama pregnancies, okay? A mistake is a mistake. You're young, whatever, but you know better. You can do better, okay? And don't be somebody's fifth baby mama, okay? Don't have another one. Take care of the one that you have, okay? No more paying money for wife schools and femininity schools. You're feminine by virtue of your birth. And yeah, there are some refinements depending upon cultural beliefs and mores and traditions. But you are a woman or girl, you are feminine by birth. If you choose to act unfeminine, that's your choice. It's not something that you gotta go get more of. And yes, femininity can be a commodity, but it's not as much of a commodity as you think. And there are more important commodities, okay, out there in the dating world. So stop the wife school garbage and don't share men. You you deserve to have a one and only, just like other people who want that. Stop falling for the slavery snacks. Oh my God. Not Scooby snacks. I'm talking slavery snacks. And this is what I mean by that. Giving you a little crumb, a little atta girl. Go queen, go sister. Don't fall for that shit. Don't fall for that shit. You don't need the validation of a community that rejected you and denigrated you from the beginning. No more muling. There was this thing called drug mules. People would put drugs in their body cavities to carry them across borders. Well, we don't need the toxicity in our body, the toxicity of Blackistan to carry into our lives. No more muling. God, you're better than that. No more of that. Oh, you're not submissive. Forget that. Forget that. And we'll talk a little more about that one. See, all of this leads to what I call a dick in a box mentality. Now, if you have a bit of a funny bone, SNL had it right with this. It was one of their digital musical videos, and it was Justin Timberlake and one of the regulars, Andy Samberg, who made a video called Dick in a Box. And it was a silly, kind of a R&B-esque tune about how basically this guy thought he was so much. These guys thought they were just so wonderful. And basically they were pretty much riffing off of, the R&B fellows back in the day, where all they had to do to please their woman for Christmas is give them a dick in a box. And Yeah, many sisters don't expect a whole lot from the men in their lives. And this is just to make it easier for the sorry dudes who have nothing to offer anyway, other than a dick in a box. Um, it's taught to make you expendable. Hey, if I give you this dick in the box and you pretty much decide you don't want that dick in the box, I'll just take my dick, put it in another box, and give it to another woman. You don't want that sorry ass dick anyway. Just having a penis is the only requirement for manhood in Blackistan. So forget the slavery snacks. They are there to keep you in bondage. It's okay to appreciate the male form in the collective, just don't procreate. Appreciate, don't procreate. Okay? This whole business about you being submissive, let me tell you what that means. Okay, first of all, they're trying to take from a biblical passage that talks about how men and women should submit to each other for a harmonious home. And, men uh, are supposed to be the head of the home, but also it says that man, submit to your wife, woman, submit to your husband. Of course, people in Blackistan who are not biblical scholars by any means, and I'm not claiming to be, but I read it, and I read it, and I read it over and over again, and I read the whole passage. Um, it's ridiculous. Okay, they leave that part out. They just the Blackistani toxicity just requires the woman to be submissive. Now, here, let me tell you what submission means to a lot of fellas. So there are these renewed calls for Black women to be submissive now because we have passed them in every uh, uh, life level. Meaning, we're more educated. We got most of the money. We have political power. I mean, really. So now, oh well, you're no good because you got all that paper on the wall, but your degree does not give you an MRS degree. Oh, forget that MRS degree. It's overrated anyway. Truthfully, let me tell you what the translation should be. I want what you bring to the relationship, young lady, young woman, but I don't want to work as hard as you. Also, in order to make me feel like a man, you need to understand that I require you to be a lesser version of yourself. There, I said it. I said what I said. That's exactly what they're saying to you. That's what they're saying to you. A beautiful woman with so much to offer the world. This is what he's saying when he says, I want my woman to be submissive. Show him your ass and walk out the door. Now, also, since you should value my dick more than yourself, uh, if I put a baby in you, you better keep that shit. You're going to take care of that shit. Don't expect anything from me. I'm just going to go off and make a new one. Don't give them that. They don't deserve it. I want to train you to serve me and my needs. Nobody is talking about you, young lady, are they? I want to feel like a man, but I don't know how to get and keep the respect of a man. Be a race first woman. It's all about being Black and it's all about racism, right? Don't put yourself first. Don't be a yourself first woman. Oh, by the way, just call me Massa in word and deed. Be a good little soldier slave for the Black male collective. That is your job. And then you'll be a good submissive sister, huh? Oh, please. Oh, please. Oh, please. They're not worth the time of day. Blackistani slavery. Okay. What do you get for all that submission? Slavery snacks. Okay, so let me tell you what the slavery snacks look like. Hello, Queen. You've heard that one. You're a strong Black woman. And you hear the dominant society saying that crap. You hear other Black women saying that stuff. You hear Black men say that stuff. Even in the church, strong Black woman, and you don't need a man, and you don't need anybody in life. Oh, please, give me a break. That's a way to keep you in a mode of invulnerability, which is impossible because you are a human being. You are a woman and you have needs that should be met. Oh, and I love Kamala Harris on this one. Black women are the backbone of America. Nobody's fucking backbone. You know what happens to backbones? When you carry too much weight, they break over time. And that's what this society does. That's what this culture does. It breaks black women down over time. And then when you're broken down, they call you an angry black woman. Okay? So the macro and macro aggressions, macro aggressions everywhere, and you have no recourse, rest, support, or justice. You deserve better. Okay, the kings are not kings. Nowhere near royalty, honey. But they are training you to be a serf in that kingdom, that pretend kingdom that they've got. No matter the socioeconomics, class, or educational level. Many black women are using their hard-won credentials to free men who want them in bondage. I mean, have you heard of all these black female judges who will not prosecute certain crimes? Like, you know, they're letting them run rampant in the community. Yeah, yeah. There have been some black men actually in these YouTube streets basically saying, you're nothing, you're good for nothing else but breeding. Oh, come on. Really? So who said that first? The masters of the transatlantic slave trade. They said that we were breeders, and now we've got black men saying you're nothing but breeders. Leave those motherfuckers on their back. Why get on the bench and make things harder for black children, little black boys and little black girls? You know, there are black women taking sentences, I mean, some long prison sentences and bullets for men who don't even want them. I mean, if you want me, you will protect and provide. No fucking exceptions. Don't get an MRS degree if it costs you too much. If it costs you your identity, if it gives you no peace and no support and no love and no protection, no provision, that ring is just a shackle as far as I'm concerned. And some guys feel it's an idea to, you know, a reason to beat your ass. Yeah, I said, you're better than that. You're worth more than that. So all this thing about, oh, we got to support our kings and speak life into them. You can't speak life into anything that's dead. They are not kings and you are not a queen. Nobody has a kingdom or a queendom or anything. We are not monarchy. We are people who can devise our own path in life. You don't have to have a master unless you decide that you're going to let them do that. Even demons ask you if they can come in, and you know, like in the horror movies, the demons will ask for permission. Hey, can I possess you? I think a lot of these black men are asking the same thing. Can I possess you? Your body, your well-being, everything. I want to see who's in your phone. I want to know what you're doing at work. I want to know who your friends are. Every goddamn thing, so they can control you just like a demon can. Really? Really? You're going to give them that kind of power over you? I think not. I think not. Now, Jesus, okay, that's fine. A philosophy, okay, that's fine. But don't give these walking around human demonic people possession of you. They want to be massa, I'm telling you, in word and in deed. They want to be massa of your life. And if you can't let them be massa, they're walking around kind of mad, right? Hitting women in train stations, knocking them down, trying to follow them into their apartment buildings. Please. Oh, please. Give me a break. Ladies, this is not hard. This is not hard at all. This is a quote by Walt Disney. You know, the way to get started on something is to quit talking about it and begin doing it. No one can be divested and call themselves muling. Okay? No, no one cannot be a mule or a slave and call themselves divested or sovereign. And you know why? You have a master other than yourself. Let me say that again. And I said what I said. You can't call yourself divested in any kind of way from Blackistan if you let something else be the master of you, including Blackistan. Stay away from these churches, okay? A lot of these churches, they make mules and mammies every day. They're churning them out. Heck, before they even get to preschool, churning them out. So you can't even think for yourself, not even know what you want, not understand what makes life pleasurable for you. Why can't you have pleasure? You deserve pleasure just like anybody else. I said what I said. If you are a divested woman, if you are a sovereign woman, your life path is set down, set by you. And if you want to change it, you can change it. Nobody has a right to put any type of shackles on you whatsoever. You want to rail against the dominant society, racism, racism, racism. And I'm not saying that racism does not exist, and it is never going away. Okay? It is never going away. And a lot of black people say, you know, the black man can do this and that and that. If it weren't for racism, racism is never going to go away. So now what? It is here to stay. So now what? You see what I'm saying? If you are sovereign and divested, you plan your life course. You go for what you want. No one else has a right to decide that for you. Don't make black men or any man a master of you. You don't deserve that mess. We have too many smart, brilliant, talented, wonderful sisters out there. Please, please, really? Any man should be freaking hopping for joy to be with you. But you know what? If the black men don't want you, there are plenty of others out there who are not black, who can give you a life, give you love, believe in you, support you, take care of you. Really? And you know, a lot of people that feminism. Okay, here's the thing. Feminism, the what it is believing the importance of male and female. That's all it really is. It's not female supremacy. It's not what Blackistan is, male supremacy or misogyny. It is basically finding an appreciation for the maleness and the femaleness in creation just the same. One's not better than the other. It's the yin and the yang, okay? That's feminism. Now, I'm not talking about this white feminism stuff where, women who've been on a pedestal forever and forever and forever, and they conveniently forget about the intersectionality of racism and misogyny, classism and cisgender versus others. You see what I'm saying? Okay, men and women are co-equal in importance to a society. That's all. That's all. It's not about woman staying at home, frying bacon, having babies, and no way to self-actualize herself, where the man has control of the purse. No, that's not feminism either. Feminism isn't running around saying, well, all heterosexual sex is rape. That's ridiculous. That's for idiots in academia who have nothing else to come up with to write about. Okay? So you deserve better. You deserve a feminist, woman-centered life for yourself before you go and try to merge that life with another. It's a simple concept, but it's really hard for a lot of people to grasp because a lot of people want power over something. How about having power over yourself? So, like I said, be who you want as long as it's what you want, not what you're told that what you can and cannot do. For years, hundreds and centuries, Black women have been domestics in people's homes, laborers in people's fields, making other people rich and not enriching ourselves. Oh, time out for that. Okay, time is out for that, sweetheart. Way time out. Okay. And here's the biblical thing where it's talking about two people who are married submitting to each other. Anything else is misogyny, pure and simple. I said what I said, and I stand by that, and I'll back that up. Don't fall for somebody else's bullshit. Don't let somebody else put shackles on you. What if you just, let's say you are a young woman who got out of the hood, right? She got out of the hood. She's earning her credentials. She's working hard, and she meets a dude. She meets a dude who has nothing to give her. And she wants to be loved so bad by anybody that she's paying for the meals, she's paying for the house, she's paying for the car, da 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 da. You see what I'm talking about? That person is not her equal, nowhere near it. She shouldn't give him the time of day. Okay? So this was a short one. It's a simple concept that I wanted to get over, but no, you cannot call yourself divested or sovereign in any kind of way, and you are putting the needs of Blackistan and the expectations of Blackistan and the church and da 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 above what you need, above what you need. And yes, you need just like anybody else. So that strong Black woman shit, throw that out in the garbage. Okay? Peace and light. Peace and light.